As a child, camp is what you daydream about when you're sitting in school. My parents first took the family there when my oldest brother, Kingston, was just 2 years old. In the fall, you miss swimming in the icy river with your friends. In the winter, you miss the sky full of stars at night. And in the spring, you can't stop thinking about the drive across California that'll take you to your favorite place on earth. The tent cabins don't have electricity, but you can hear the river from every one of them. The staff are like superheroes. You have to walk to communal bathrooms, but you never have to cook or play while they work. There's no pool, but the Tuolumne River is a million times better. You can explore the river or the woods, or just stay in one place for hours, surrounded by beauty and the sound of the river falling under the bridge. When I first walked into the kitchen, it completely terrified and intimidated me. When you're in there and you don't know how to do or use or touch anything, it can be a really scary place. But I had followed my brothers into the kitchen, completing what their friends dubbed the Lim Legacy. Now, all of my siblings and I were on kitchen staff. They handed me an apron, told me I could wear it back to my cabin at the end of each day, and to wash it when it got really dirty. To me, a K-staff apron is no ordinary apron. They're a prized possession among K-staff, and sharing or handing down aprons is an act of camaraderie and care. I'm lucky because I have a collection of old aprons given to me by my brothers and other staff that don't work at camp anymore. The first thing I fell in love with about the kitchen was the way every task could be seen as funny, challenging, dangerous, or humorously stupid. Everything about the kitchen was important, and everything about the job could be fun. As I matured into the second thing I fell in love with about the first cook in the kitchen was the rush. Being able to keep a dry erase marker in my apron pocket became a token of leadership. When I was still an assistant, everything for dinner was ready. The bread, the asparagus, the juice, the risotto, everything except the main course, the salmon. In fact, it hadn't even been delivered yet. We were just told it would be there by 4 or 5 p.m., which was already pushing it. Instead of preparing an alternative, we prepped breakfast for the next day and then waited in a thick air of anxiety and impatience for the salmon to arrive. The kitchen itself was ready to defrost, fillet, season, wrap, and bake off these fish. It was the one time I can remember standing around aimlessly in the kitchen doing nothing but waiting. I remember sipping my water, wiping my brow, and watching my supervisors curse and laugh incredulously at the rush we were all anticipating. What a rig, they said, which meant, what a pain in the ass. The truck arrived at 6:15, just 15 minutes before we were supposed to ring the dinner bell. We ran outside to help the driver unload. Each of us moved faster than we had ever moved before. We ended up ringing the dinner bell 15 minutes late and brought sizzling hot pans of salmon out to each table in the dining hall. I've fallen in love with everything about the kitchen. The learning, the teaching. During the off-season, my aprons hang silently in my room. The touch and smell of them instantly brings me to the kitchen, where I feel the most lively and extroverted, the most knowledgeable, strong, productive, and fulfilled. Our clothes inevitably suffer food, grease, and bleach stains, cuts, rips, and burns. The same goes for our shoes, and sometimes even our skin. There are a lot of things I love to do, and my staff and I love to kitchen exhausted and happy. We smell like food, sweat, and bleach, and our aprons are soaked straight through to our bellies with dirty dishwater. It's wonderful.